What's up, fish tank people? This is the no talking time. I'm very excited to be setting up these aquariums. 180 gallons, matching, and this is an acrylic tank, probably the first acrylic tank, second acrylic tank I've ever done, but either way, I'm excited about it. We're going to put all of this rock in it, and this is the less talky, more zen time for Dustin. So here we go. This is my favorite part because the rocks, hardscape is the hard tank, big tank needs big rocks, all that. So Mrs. Lyons got to pick out the rocks. I brought her like 3 different types of rocks. She chose these. I also, without trying to persuade her, was like wanting to use these. So these are very cool. The texture on them is fantastic. You won't see it until I spray them down, but these are some fly rocks. I'm really out of words because I'm supposed to be doing this every so.
What?
That's what they're going to look like. Yeah, so the purple I think is great, and the character comes out on them so much better when wet.
Oh yeah, sure does.
Yeah, it's night and day difference. And this is only step 1 of the rocks. It goes big, medium, and small. So this is just the bigs. So I've got a styrofoam over there filled with a few mediums. And then the smallest we work in last, but this is just like the general direction we're going on this one. What do you think of the color of the gravel?
It looks like sand.
It is sand. I wanted to do something bright because I wanted it to pop.
Yeah.
I thought about you doing dark, but I think it fits better with a lighter color.
Yeah. And it's pulling out some of the beiges and browns in there too.
Yeah, so I think that the lighter sand was a better use.
It looks like it's kind of a palace for fish.
Oh, yeah. The faster I get bacteria on this tank, the more fish I can get in. So even if this rockscape is not done today, it's started. I want to get the water going. All the plumbing is mostly done, and I want to get the water on. And these gentlemen are going to help me get water from the existing tank. And I'm thinking to start, I only want to take the yellows and just do all yellows in here. We can do blue, we can do whatever, I can catch them, but like, I think just all yellows to start. I know they're hardy, they'll be small, they'll be bright colored. We can add blue, whatever, but I was thinking definitely the yellows, because they're really just on that back blue, they'll look great. But I can only put about 15 fish.
Yeah, there's a beautiful blue one up there though.
You want that one?
I like that one.
Let's get them.
We have probably, like I said, we've probably got like 20 or 25 little babies that come out yellow like that right now swimming around up there too. So we have plenty to choose from.
I'm going to keep going higher, just so you know my vision here. I'm going to go a little higher on this side. I'm going to really get this up, so it's just like this peak and this peak is up here. And then work in the small stuff. And then I've got some really wicked plants that are going to go last. But this is a Crenum Tyanum. This is a cool one that's going to go somewhere. But there's going to be just very minimal plants. But this is a really cool Africa plant that will grow to the surface and can handle the abuse of cichlids. And so just minimal plants. And then I'd like to have you out to the greenhouse.
I'd love to.
simultaneously put the plumbing together. Wish me luck. What's up, fish tank people? Day 2 over here at Alltech. So yesterday we got the hardscape going on in here. It's never done. I'm gonna do some rearranging, but the most important thing, because they want fish on Friday, again today is Tuesday, is to get this system up and running. Yesterday I connected all the pipes. I did not glue them. I'm going to test fit them in here. I'm gonna cut a couple things, connect the inputs, turn the pump on, get that thing running. While it's running, I'm gonna go work on that tank over there, Dustin dirt style planted tank, like we do. And then this one will be going, and then I'll be checking for leaks periodically while I work on that. This will clear this out a little bit. And then my goal is to get bacteria in here. Check this out, I have an entire thing of bacteria from another, that's dirty fish water from another place down low. That's dirty water from an aquarium out of the filter. I'm gonna get that in here and get this thing cycling. And then the gentlemen that work at Alltech are also gonna work to get us some water from one of their existing CICHLID tanks. So here we go. So they've got a T in here. And so I'm going to have the union of it eyeballed right around here. I'm gonna cut it there. And I always cut a little long just because. There, and I'm just gonna test it over here with the length. It'll be about the same length on the other side. Nice. Definitely got some work to do on the hardscape, but I needed to get away from it for a minute. So I'm feeling good start. I just want to point out I do not recommend setting up an aquarium and adding fish this quickly. They were under the gun because they had something to do on Friday. I used as much water from an established tank as I could. I also added a ridiculous amount of plants early on to help with the nitrogen cycle process. As much water as you can from an existing tank into a new tank. It worked here, but I do not recommend this speed with setting up a new tank. Yellow labs. These are a favorite cichlid of mine, and these are babies. There's a huge mom in there too. Oh yeah, a little collar, a little pop. Like, how fast can I eat these fish, or how can I eat these plants? Oh. Perfect. Like these fish, I'm not as concerned about them pulling on a plant, but a bigger fish gets a plant in its mouth. You know, that could be. We'll see. Everything's in there pretty good, but you know, they might yank some of that out. But this stuff they can't get out. That's all pretty solid in there, so I'm not overly concerned about that. But this tank is good to go though. I can let them out here and Well, what the heck? You want to just let them go there? You want to see them?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Just so viewers at home, these fish came from their facility. Big, hardy, healthy, going to the restroom. Like, these fish are golden, right? They're acclimated to the temp. I wouldn't do this with store-bought fish that were stressed. These fish we've had. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to remove the bag. This is the trick. You don't want to put all that wastewater in there, particularly in a tank that's not cycled. I am going to point out, I did test this morning. Yellow is great, so we're good test-wise. This has no ammonia, so fairly cycled aquarium, but we don't want to do an ammonia spike with all that waste in there. So they're going to literally be taken out one by one and just kind of dropped in. So and then they're going to establish who's the boss, which is good though, because they got a big, these are yellow Libetochromis. One. Oh, he's good. Now we want to watch him though, because if they start, gills and everything, he's good. There's water flow. He doesn't look too stressed. 2. See, look at there. I live over here. 3, 4. Oh, I love the way Libetochromis pop in the tank. The bright yellow. Whoa, hey! See that? Did one get out?
Yeah.
I want to just not have that wastewater in the tank if I can avoid it. And I told him 4 and 4. 4 blues. And Eric was like, well, let's get a big one. So he brought the big guys in. Oh yeah. And these are all babies too, of a big mom over there. Now see, this is the fun part. Who's gonna live where? All right, I'm going over here. That's where they kind of figure out who's the boss. Oh yeah, they look good. I like the way they look with those purple rocks.
Yeah, looks great. They're hiding already.
Yeah.
Not for long though. And that's actually, I know you've got an event tonight, it's actually a smart move getting them in there, let them have a couple hours, get going, because they're gonna be out and about in no time. And then, like I said, these plants are super hardy, like they can handle any of that. That's the reason there's no ammonia right now, because they're all alive. So this was set up 3 days ago and it was running, and we used wastewater and everything. So that's a very important component. If it had just rock and none of your water from your other facility, it wouldn't work. So we re-established a tank with an existing tank. I think the yellow fish in there just really are striking in there, And those are all like next generation of, but there's a big mom in that upper tank.
Yeah.
So.
This striped one, is that the mom?
No, those yellow ones are all yellow.
Yeah.
That striped one's a different one. I want to say that's called a Laguna or a zebra. I forget the exact name. It's actually, like I said, those fish are not my core competency. But I know those yellow ones are called yellow Libetochromis. They're from Lake Malawi.
Yeah.
Ah, the Anubias, should have put it in earlier. Just pops.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, dude. It's gigantea. I just can't make it look the way I want it to. I got about 4 of those.